Hello and welcome back. Welcome again to a new program of Vaughan en Vivo. Yo soy Vaughan, Richard Vaughn is my name. I'm an English teacher, and this is Aprende Inglés TV, which is a channel devoted to providing you with the opportunity to learn the English language 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's quite an interesting proposition, really, for you. And it will be interesting to see because we're still at the beginning of these programs, basically. We've been doing quite a few, but we still have practically a full year ahead of us of programs and programming, which means that we will see, ya veremos. En español insertáis el ya, pero en inglés, we'll see. We'll see the outcome of this initiative with the passage of the months. Con el paso de los meses veremos el desenlace de esta iniciativa. It's quite interesting. This initiative is quite interesting. I believe in it personally very much because I'm convinced that some of you will watch this channel every day on a regular basis, and you'll watch maybe in 30 minutes, maybe an hour every day, but at the end of a year, we're talking of 200 or 300 hours of exposure at the least, exposición del oído, and that will help, and you will begin to notice that you're getting better, and you'll become more motivated, and so maybe you'll start watching this television channel even more. Yes, and I welcome you to do it. And so, the jury is out. Okay, es una frase, es un dicho en inglés, el jurado está fuera, deliberando todavía sobre la bondad o no de este canal de televisión. I'm convinced, but the jury is out. But as the months pass, as time goes on, conforme pasa el tiempo, as time goes on, we will have, you and me and many other people who are observing this interesting phenomenon of a television channel for learning English. More and more people will be able to reach a conclusion on the effectiveness. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés? La eficacia. Effectiveness. Eficaz is effective, efectivo. La efectividad. La eficacia. On the effectiveness of this television channel. But I will make a bet with you now. Okay? I will make a bet with you. Te hago una apuesta. Te apuesto. That at the end of this year, by next Christmas, it will be very clear to everybody that this channel is a public service, that it's providing something for you that you desperately need, you and maybe your children or your grandchildren, and that it is helping enormously to improve the general English level in Spain. Or who knows in the future, maybe in Mexico people will be seeing this program, or in Argentina or in Chile. You never know. So maybe looking at you, at the same time, in 1 year or 2 years, people in Mexico will be watching this same program. Who knows? Okay. But in any case, I have on my right and on my left two interesting people, two good friends who are here to help me. Ladies first, las damas primero. So, Ani, well, hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Are you glad to be here?
I'm glad to be here, yes.
All right. Do you always smile?
Yes.
Don't stop smiling. Stop. Come on. Be serious.
Okay, I will try.
Be serious. Okay. All right. Jesus, how are you today?
Fine.
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 Thank you.
I'm fine.
Jesus is full of energy. Como se nota, he's full of energy. Okay. Le escucha. Ask me how I am today.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Fine, fine.
Okay, vamos a repetir. Jesus, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Annie, we need to inject Jesus with some energy. Energy ingredients, okay?
Yeah.
All right, ask Jesus if he has ever been to Greece.
Have you ever been to Greece?
No, I haven't.
Ask him what the capital of Greece is.
What is the
Well, ask him if the capital of Greece is Athens or Rome. Is
the capital of Greece Athens?
Athens
Athens or
Rome?
Sorry.
Rome.
Or Rome?
The capital of Greece is Athens.
Okay, and ask me what the second most important city is in Greece.
What's the second most important city in Greece?
The second most important city in Greece is Thessalonica. or Thessaloniki, as some people say. It's Thessalonica. Ask me what the biggest city is in the United States.
What's the biggest city in the United States?
In
The United States.
the biggest city is New York. Okay, ask me what the population of New York is.
What's the population in New York is?
Has dicho es dos veces.
Yeah, I know.
What?
What's the population in New York?
Se dice of New York con population. What's the population of New York? Between 10 and 11 million. Ask me what the second biggest city is in the United States.
What's the second biggest city in the United States?
The second biggest city is Los Angeles. Ask me what the population of Los Angeles is.
What's the population
Population
of Los Angeles?
About between 8 and 9 million people. Ask you what the biggest state is in the United States.
What's the biggest
State.
state in the United States?
It depends on your measurement. Are you speaking of population or area?
Area.
Area. Area. The biggest state in the United States in area is Alaska. All right? Ask me how big Alaska is.
How big Alaska
How or
is?
how?
How? How big Alaska is?
¿Me lo quieres preguntar?
No. How big is Alaska?
How big is Alaska? Alaska is about the same size as Spain, France, and Germany together. It's quite big. It's a very big state.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, Alaska is very big. And ask me what the smallest state is in the United States.
What's the smallest state in the United States?
In population or in area?
In area.
All right. The smallest state in the United States in area, in extension, in area is Rhode Island. Ask Jesus if he has ever heard of Rhode Island.
Have you ever heard
Of
Rhode Island?
Yes, I have.
Good. Okay, ask me what the biggest state is in population.
What's the biggest
Or biggest?
biggest state in population? Population.
The biggest state in population is California. Ask me how many people there are in California.
How many people are in California?
Are
there in California?
Around 34 or 35 million people. Okay? And ask me what the smallest state is in population.
What's the smallest state in population?
Good. Repeat, please.
What's the smallest state in
¿Por qué dice smallest estate?
smallest
Estate es una
state?
hacienda, como hacienda mexicana.
Yeah.
Es como una finca, estate. What's the smallest state?
State. What's the smallest state in population? Population.
Lene con population. The smallest state is Wyoming. All right. Ask me how big Wyoming is.
How big Wyoming?
How?
How big is Wyoming?
In population, it's about 400,000 people. All right. Perhaps like Valladolid city is the population of Wyoming. Ask me how big Wyoming is in area.
How big is Wyoming in area?
Area.
Area.
R que R. Area. Okay. Wyoming is about the same size as Andalusia. So can you imagine Andalusia with only 400,000 people?
Yeah.
Okay. Ask me what the population of Andalusia is.
What's the population?
Population.
What's the population of Andalusia?
Andalusia.
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 In English, Andalusia, or Andalusia. I think the population of Andalusia is around 8 million people. 8 or 9 million people. And the population of Wyoming is 400,000. So you can imagine.
Yeah.
The population density in Wyoming is not very high. Ask me if Wyoming is an important state.
Is Wyoming an important state?
Yes, it is. Ask me why.
Why is
it
important?
important? Why is it important? Good. Repeat. Why?
Why is it important?
Wyoming is important for two reasons. It's a very important state for tourism. Tourists like to go to Wyoming. Ask me why.
Why tourists like to go to Wyoming?
¿Y el verbo auxiliar dónde lo vas a colocar?
Why does tourists?
¿Solo un turista o muchos?
Why do tourists like to go to Wyoming?
Wyoming is the location of Yellowstone National Park. Have you ever heard of Yellowstone National Park?
Yes, I have.
That's the place where Yogi Bear is, okay, in Yellowstone. And other places. It's very nice for tourism. The Rocky Mountains are very beautiful. So that's one reason Wyoming is important. Ask me what the second reason is.
What's the second reason?
The second reason is coal. There's a lot of coal in Wyoming. Is there any coal in Spain?
Cold.
Cold? No, coal. Coal. Coal.
I don't know what does cold means.
I don't know what coal means. Repeat. I don't know what coal means.
I don't know what cold means.
All right. Ask Annie if she knows what coal means.
Do you know what cold means?
I think it's carbon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, carbon. What color is coal?
Black.
It's black. Okay, black is black. Coal.
Yeah.
All right, it's black. So yeah, it's very important for coal. There's more coal in Wyoming than in practically the rest of the world. Yeah. Yeah, it has a lot of coal. There's enough coal in Wyoming to light all the lights in the world for 400 years. Yeah, there's a lot of coal. Ask me if it's located near Yellowstone Park.
It's located.
Is it?
Is it located near Yellowstone Park?
Yellowstone? Jello is gelatina. Yellowstone.
Yellowstone Park.
No, it's not. It's in the opposite side of the state. Okay, now, and ask me if Wyoming is a beautiful state.
Is Wyoming a beautiful state?
Yes, it is. The mountains. One part is beautiful and the other part is a bit less beautiful, okay?
Yeah.
And ask me how many times I've been to Wyoming.
How many times have you been in Wyoming?
To Wyoming City.
To Wyoming.
I've been there just once. Ask me how old I was when I went there.
How old were you when you went there?
Yes, Jew.
When you went there.
I was 10 years old. Ask me where I was going.
Were you
Ask me if I went specifically to Wyoming.
what?
Ask me, okay. I went to Wyoming. I was in Wyoming when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
Ask me if I went specifically to visit Wyoming.
Okay. Did you go specifically to visit Wyoming?
Visit con V, no?
Visit.
No, I didn't. We were passing through. Okay.
Okay.
Ask me how long it took us to cross Wyoming.
How long? How long it took you?
Pregúntemelo.
How long did take you?
El qué. El sujeto que lo quiero ahí en medio.
Okay. How long did you take?
No, did it take you?
Did it take you to cross Wyoming?
It took us 2 days.
Oh.
Yeah, to cross Wyoming. So it's big. It's like crossing Andalusia. But from one side to the other, from Huelva to Almería is a long drive, okay? It took us a day and a half. All right. And ask me, Jesus, ask me if we spent the night in Yellowstone Park.
Did you spend the night in the Yellowstone Park?
In Yellowstone Park, yes, we did.
In Yellowstone Park.
Yeah. And tell Annie to ask me where we were going. Yes. You see, we didn't go specifically to Wyoming. We passed through Wyoming because we were going somewhere else. We weren't going to Wyoming. But in order to reach our destination, we had to drive through Wyoming. So tell Annie to ask me where we were going.
Ask him where did they...
Okay, we were going. No, estoy usando el verbo to be. Estoy usando el pasado continuo. ¿A dónde íbamos? O estábamos yendo. We were going. At that time, well, vamos a remontar atrás un poquito. Ask me where I lived at that time.
Where did you live at that time?
I lived in Oklahoma. Okay? And ask me how far it is from Oklahoma to Wyoming.
How far is Oklahoma?
How far is it from?
How
Ask
far,
me how far it is from Oklahoma to Wyoming.
How far it is from...
Al revés.
How far is it from Oklahoma to Wyoming?
It's about 1,500 kilometers. Okay, about 1,500 kilometers. It depends on where you start in Oklahoma. From Tulsa, where I lived, is about 1,700 kilometers. Okay, now, but we were not going. We were driving. I was with my family. Ask me how old I was.
How
Old
old you were when...
were you?
How old were you?
I was 10, all right? So I was with my parents and my sister and my grandmother, I remember. And we were driving through Wyoming in order to go to another place. Now, tell Ani to ask me where we were going. Where we were going, yeah.
Where they
Ask him,
ask him where they were going.
yeah.
Where were you going?
We were going to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Ask me if Seattle is in Oregon.
Is Seattle in Oregon?
No, it's not. Ask me if Seattle is in Montana.
Is Seattle in Montana?
No, it's not. Ask me if it's in California.
Is Seattle in...
Is it?
Is it,
Para no repetir Seattle.
is it in California?
No, it's not. Nevada.
Is it in Nevada?
No, it's not. Ask me where it is.
Where it is? Where
Is it?
is it? Where is it?
Don't you know? What state is Seattle in? You know?
Seattle? I don't know.
Ask Jesus what state Seattle is in.
What state Seattle is it? Is in? No, he hecho un patiburrillo. What state Seattle is in?
¿Le preguntas o le afirmas?
What state is Seattle in?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Tell him to ask me what state Seattle is in.
Ask him what state is Seattle in. No. Ask him what state Seattle is in. No.
Is in.
Is in.
What state is Seattle in?
It's in Washington. You see, in the west, in the equivalent of what is in Spain, Galicia, in that corner, the northwest corner of the United States, bordering on Canada and on the Pacific Ocean, is the state of Washington. All right?
Ah, yeah.
And just south of Washington is Oregon, and just south of Oregon is California. And Washington is a state you have seen on television many times, probably. Do you remember the series Twin Peaks?
Yes.
Do you remember Twin Peaks? That
Yes.
takes place in Washington, all right, Washington State. Do you remember the movie Oficial y Caballero? An Officer and Gentleman? That takes place in Washington, all right? Ask me how many times I've been to Washington.
How many times have you been to Washington?
Just once, just once. Ask me, well, ask Annie, what province, ask Annie, what province Betanzos is in?
What
What?
province is Betanzos in?
What province?
Yeah, what province is
Betanzos
Betanzos in? You know?
What province is Betanzos in?
I'm not, are you asking me? I'm asking you. What,
Ah.
you don't know?
No, what province is Betanzos? No, I don't know.
Ask me what province Betanzos is in.
Ah,
Ask
no,
me.
sorry. What province is Betanzos in?
Well, Jesus, what province is Betanzos in? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, it's in La Coruña. Okay, it's near La Coruña. Ask Annie what province Igualada is in.
What province Igualada is in?
Pregúnteselo. What province?
Igualada.
No, quiero el verbo primero, porque es una pregunta directa. En la pregunta directa, Jesús, el verbo va siempre primero o el auxiliar. What province is Igualada in?
What province is Igualada in?
I don't know.
Ah, okay, ask Jesús.
What province is Igualada in?
I don't know.
Oh my God, you don't know Spanish geography. It's in Barcelona, the province of Barcelona.
Okay.
It's, yeah.
I feel bad.
You feel bad. Ask Annie what province, ask Annie what province Ronda is in.
What province is Ronda in?
I think Andalucía. No,
Well, that's the region.
We were in the region. Jaén or...
No, no. Do you know, Jesus?
Maybe Granada?
No. Okay, I'm going to change the subject. We'll come back to Tim Maki. I'm going to change the subject. Ronda's in Malaga.
Malaga.
It's in Malaga. All
Sí,
right.
sí, sí,
You
sí.
need to.
Sorry. I know. Bah,
Is it your fault or your school's fault?
it's my fault. I
It's
think
your
so.
fault. It's your fault. All right. Now, ask me what state Oklahoma City is in.
What state Oklahoma
Is?
Okay. What state is Oklahoma City in?
It's in Oklahoma. All right. And ask me what Oklahoma is famous for.
Sorry?
Ask me what
What?
Oklahoma is famous for.
What Oklahoma?
What is?
What is Oklahoma famous for?
It's famous for its Indians. A lot of Indians. Okay? Ask me what Texas is famous for.
What's Texas is famous for?
Has dicho is dos veces. What's Texas famous for?
Oh. What
What is?
what is Texas famous for?
Good. It's famous for its oil and its cows and its cowboys, okay? And its English teachers, okay? And now, ask Jesus what La Rioja is famous for.
What La Rioja is? What's La Rioja? What's La Rioja famous for?
Good.
La Rioja.
No repitas La Rioja.
It's famous for its wines.
Its wines, okay, or its wine. And ask Annie, what Rome is famous for.
What's Rome famous for?
Rome is famous because it's
For its
for its a lot of things. It's Colosseum. It's
Colosseum, its ruins, the Roman ruins.
the Roman ruins. The La
The
Fuente,
Vatican?
the Vatican, the font of
The fountain, the Trevi fountain.
the Trevi Fountain.
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 Okay, good. Now, ask Jesus what Elda is famous for.
What Elda is famous for?
Pregúnteselo.
What's Elda famous for?
It's famous for
Famous.
It's famous for its industries.
Good, it's shoes, especially the shoes, okay? And ask Annie what Yuste is famous for.
What's Yuste famous for?
Yuste?
Yuste.
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 I don't know.
Ask me what Yuste is famous for.
What's Yuste famous for?
It's famous for its monastery.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of el Monasterio de Yuste? Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Ask Jesus if he has heard of the Monasterio de Yuste.
Have you ever heard of the monastery of Yuste?
Yes, I have.
All right, ask him what famous person retired to that monastery.
What famous person retired to that monastery?
They don't know geography?
I've been there, but I can't remember now.
Okay, Charles the First of Spain, Charles the First Austria, the first Habsburg, Carlos V, Carlos I de España, retired to that monastery. So in your school, they didn't teach you geography or history?
No, we forgot many years ago.
If you forgot, it means they didn't teach it well.
Yeah.
They didn't teach it well. All right. Now, ask me what Boston is famous for.
What Boston?
What is?
What is Boston famous for?
It's famous for its American history. It's very famous in American history. And ask me what Elche is famous for.
What's Elche famous for?
It's famous for two things. It's famous for its shoes, like Elda, and it's famous for its Dama de Elche. Okay. Ask me how old the Lady of Elche is.
How old does the
Is. Ask me how old I am.
How old are you?
Good. Ask me how old the Lady of Elche is.
How old is the lady of Elche is? No, is ya lo he repetido. How old is the lady
Of?
Elche?
Okay, she's 3,000 years old. 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
A long time.
Okay.
All right. Ask me how much time we have left. Jesus.
How much time
Do
we have left?
Good. We have 1 minute left in this segment, okay? Ask me what I'm going to do in the next half hour.
What are you going to do in the next half hour?
I don't know. Ask me what I was planning to do.
What are you planning?
No, ask me what I was. Ya no estoy planeando lo mismo.
Oh.
Ask me what I was planning to do.
What did you?
What were you?
What were you planning to do?
I was planning to ask questions about history and geography, and now I'm going to change.
Oh.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in just a few minutes, so don't run away. Stay close to your TV, all right? And we'll be right back.